Hello, this is Mad Cat, the angry egalitarian that discusses this and that. Today is something I haven't done in a while, which is an interview, the AEIOU, also known as the Angry Egalitarian Interview of Unity. Okay, I just kind of forced that name just so I could have AEIOU. It really fits. So today is a very special interview. We have Stephanie Guthrie on, and I'm going to be interviewing her in just a moment. But you might be saying to yourself, who the fuck is Stephanie Guthrie? Well, you might know her through her little incident with the Canadian court system, in which she tried to get Gregory Allan Elliot in jail. She tried to get him thrown in jail for saying something bad to her on Twitter. Now, in recent news, the court had sided with Gregory Allan Elliot in that he shouldn't be charged or go to jail for this crime. But certainly, this had been a trying time for both parties. Now, I'm privileged, as she would say, that I have Stephanie Guthrie on with me today to go ahead and talk about her side of the story. Stephanie, are you there?
Yes, I am here.
And how are you doing today?
I am doing as well as I should be doing after what happened in that case, but you can just keep talking.
Well, how about you give us a little bit of a understanding about what this case was for you, as I think some of us men's rights activists might not be able to understand.
Oh, yeah, you misogynist. Okay, so I have this folder on my computer desktop called Death Threats, and when I shared this with the court, they should have known that Gregory Allan Elliot, whose name is clearly inside of it, that he was a misogynist and he would not stop harassing me. They didn't. It's totally the patriarchy, and that's all I have to say about it. So,
well, my question for you is, if you live in a patriarchy, as you say, then why did you go to the court system in the first place? Didn't you think that they would side with a man right away?
I wanted to have my voice heard, and that was the only way to do it, besides, I don't know, using Twitter or having a blog or having I don't know, just a speech on a TED Talk or something, like just that. So I wanted justice to be done. I know that justice is female. It's a statue. It's blind. So I thought, hey, I have threats here. Can you see them? No, obviously she couldn't. Obviously they couldn't. And this is just injustice. And we'll see what gets done after this.
Now, speaking of that death threats folder, every
Yes.
time you open it up, I actually see nothing in there.
That's because you have internalized misogyny that's seeped into your eyeballs. So that's what that's
what's
about.
also responsible for the male gaze?
Yes. As far as I know, yes, through scientific research.
Now, how did you feel when the verdict came out that Mr. Elliot was not going to be convicted of, what was it that he really did against you? Let me ask that first.
The feelings are coming back. He sent me a tweet. It was very harassing after I was trying to defend a friend of mine from her own harassment that she was going through. A very proud, wonderful feminist woman who just wanted to talk about video games. You see what this patriarchy has put us. We have to talk about video games. It's freaking ridiculous. So I was sent that tweet. I clearly put it in the folder. I let people know who this guy was and what he was trying to do. And this happens. How many more women on Twitter are going to be harassed by people like Gregory Allan Elliot?
So, by your own admission, he sent you a tweet that...
Harassing tweet.
It was a harassing tweet.
Yes.
And you called the police and they arrested him, and you had a trial that lasted for a better part of a year or so. So what was your reaction to the verdict that he would not face any jail time whatsoever?
It's completely ridiculous. He knows what he did. The tweets are there. My life was threatened, okay? We live near the same area. I don't know what they were on about. They just, if it was their mother, their sister, their daughter who received such harassing tweets by Gregory Allan Elliot, he would be in jail right now. But it's me. So, ugh.
And how do you feel about the response that many people have had online that you're basically wasting the court's time with something that's so trivial? Because a lot of people receive tweets that are not exactly...
No, they don't. No, they don't. Stop. Okay, first of all, they don't receive them and keep them in a death threat folder. I clearly put them in that folder for everyone to see. And if I have the evidence, which I have it physically with me right now, and the court doesn't recognize that, like what kind of system? This is clearly the patriarchy. This is it. This has to be it.
Okay.
If you get death threats and you fear for your safety in your life, you're going to tell me you wouldn't want the guy in jail? No matter what platform it is, through Twitter, Facebook, Imager, I don't care. I don't know.
Well, I guess it would depend on how credible the threat actually is. I mean, I certainly get people saying nasty things to me on Twitter all the time. I don't call the police on them. I just put them on ignore.
That's because the way you internalize it, you haven't been marginalized like I've been marginalized, clearly. Because I have a death threat folder that says completely different. I have people like Anita Sarkeesian who say completely different. Okay? Wait till you have a punch in the face game that's about you, that has your face on it, and it's being punched over and over and over again as a joke. And Gregory Allan Elliot was defending that joke. So who's to say he wouldn't have come over to my place of residence and punched me in the face as a joke?
Well, you certainly have made a point. And I'm not here to agree or disagree with you. I'm just here to get your side of the story in all of this. And you do ask a very good question. How would I feel if someone made a game where someone punched me in the face repeatedly? Well, actually, I'd probably like it a lot because it would be good. It would be press for me. It would get attention to me. Because, I mean, this day and age, if you get a joke made about you, that actually adds some validity to who you are.
Attention from who? The news? The news is going to cover that for you? I highly doubt. Misogynerds, have they trolled you? Have they sent death threats to you? It's mostly women online. Being a woman online is really, really hard, especially when you have long nails because keyboards and stuff. But, you know, it's really hard, and I'm living proof of that. Anita Sarkeesian is living proof of that.
Well, let's talk about Anita Sarkeesian for a moment, because
Yeah.
I've been following her career for a little bit of time, and all of the death threats she's claimed to have, most of them seem to have been perpetrated by her own
That's
campaign.
not no, it's not. Where's the proof? Where's your folder?
I don't have a folder.
That's exactly what I thought.
So, what did you hope to see from this trial? What do you hope would happen that would benefit the feminist movement?
I wanted there to be a resounding message that people like Gregory Allan Elliot, who think that their tweets and their messages and all these things, that's not harassment. It totally is harassment. 100% is harassment, and people like him should take notice. We need a safe space on the internet for women to feel welcome and not be harassed. Is it so hard for just women to get online and not be harassed on the internet? Is that difficult for you to be a decent human being and not harass people and send them death threats?
Well, there's a study that came out not too long ago that actually shows that men receive more harassment online than women do.
But it's men that send most of the harassing tweets and messages and everything. It is men, and it's their externalized misogyny that I'm personally worried about. And Gregory Allan Elliot is the personification of all of that. Has to be. He wouldn't have sent those harassing tweets if it wasn't, trying to threaten me.
So I'm going to take a few comments from the chat.
Oh yeah, the chat.
So there's someone who's asking, Chris Russ, 1965, do you know Male Tears mug?
Yeah, that hasn't come in yet. I don't have a Male Tears mug.
Couldn't you just get a blank one and write Male
What?
Tears?
What was that?
Nothing. Sorry, I didn't mean
Okay,
anything.
yeah.
Okay, and Jay.
Anyway, the peach is the personification of women. Doesn't he know? Like, see, this is the misogyny and you just don't know. I have to teach you. This is ridiculous.
So someone wants to know, they thought that you were white, not Latina. That was Jay Robitali.
Well, yeah, I am. What? So? I know I'm not Latina, but I don't understand that question. I am pro intersectional feminism. So, yeah, we have to let other people's marginalized voices speak out.
Okay, and let's take one more. Metal Gear, sort of. How traumatized are you from all of those death threats? Might you take your glasses off first so you can actually wipe your tears?
Hold on, I'm kind of... See, this is the patriarchy telling me how to cry? Are you telling me how to freaking cry? Why would you do that? Why would they freaking do that?
I was just trying to help you.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You were pulling a Gregory Allan Elliot shit, trying to freaking tell me what to do. I'm in pain.
So what's going to happen from here? Where do you see yourself going next?
I see myself trying to raise awareness about the internet, women, vaginas, peaches, male tears, maybe even a movie deal. I could see a movie deal about my struggle.
Okay, well, let's talk about a movie deal for a moment. Who do you think would be the best person to play you in a movie about you?
I was thinking Kristen Stewart, you know, because she has that face, you know, that face that's just like, and that's just so feminist. That's just so perfect.
Okay, so.
Oh, and Gregory Allan Elliot will be starred by Nicolas Cage because he's creepy. He's just a creepy guy.
All right, so I thank you for coming on today, and definitely
you're very welcome.
You giving your side of the story, and you know, I think now I want to give you my thoughts about everything that's happened, because certainly you've been through a lot, and I think the world really just needs to know what a fucking insane woman you are. You really wasted the court's time with this bullshit? How fucking dare you? How fucking dare you to do this to an innocent man, that the only worst thing he did to you was to send a tweet disagreeing with you?
It wasn't a disagreement, it was harassment. No.
Oh, do you got something to say? Don't stop now. You've been going good for 5 years now.
It wasn't a disagreement, it was harassment. The court even said it was harassment. So everything that you're saying here, I'm just gonna, you know, drink my male tears.
That's not a male tears mug, that's a peach mug.
And it's fabulous, isn't it?
Yes, I do have to say it is fabulous. But I mean, come on. There are worse things going on in the world today.
No.
No?
No.
No, this is the worst thing that could possibly happen?
This is the thing that I can address because it happened to me. I don't see you flying around and helping Indian women, you know, deal with period stigma. Okay? I'm addressing this here and now because this is my platform. I'm online. I'm an online personality. And if people can just send me death threats, like, what the hell is that?
They didn't send you a death threat. They just disagreed with you.
This folder here says completely different. Completely different.
You misspelled threats.
Why would I have a death threat folder on my desktop if it didn't happen?
Okay, so just because you have a folder on your desktop and you can put stuff in it doesn't mean it's death threats. I could have a hot woman messaged me today folder and keep putting names in there. Yeah, doesn't mean it happened.
Just keep spreading this misogynist hate, not looking into the context of the case, and not looking into all of the things that he told me. So, yeah, whatever.
And where's this end? I mean, if sending you a tweet that you don't agree with is considered a death threat, where does this end? What's the appropriate thing to do on Twitter when we see a female that we don't agree with?
What's the appropriate thing to do in life? No. Be a decent human being and don't send a death threat. Like, I don't understand why I have to stand here and say, well, you have to be a decent human being to all of these men, to every single one of these men who sends me this shit. So everything that you're saying here, to me, is very aggressive. And if you keep going on like this, I will leave because I don't have to put up with this shit. I really don't.
Really? You're not going to put me in your death threats folder?
No, I don't.
Am I not worthy enough to be in your death threats folder?
You're kind of already in there, but whatever, okay?
Oh, and what bad thing have I done to you?
You said hello in a weird way.
Really?
Like, hey. Well, who does that? Decent people don't do that. Decent people respect women.
And what do you define as a decent person?
Not Gregory Allan Elliot.
Yeah, and what's wrong with him?
He sent me a death threat. He sent a harassing tweet. The court said he sent a harassing tweet. See, this is the stuff that I'm talking about. So this is just ridiculous at this point.
I'm so angry about this whole entire thing, and what makes me more angry is that you don't see why I'm so angry. You think you're the victim here and you're the perpetrator. You got the court system, you got the police to take an issue of a tweet that wasn't even directly saying they wanted to kill you and labeled it as a death threat because you have a folder on your desktop that says death threats.
Evidence. It's totally evidence.
And if that was true, if he had sent you a death threat, then why did the court rule against you?
Because of the patriarchy. Because they don't understand that my life was in danger.
Well, they understood enough to arrest him.
And when they arrested him, I felt safe.
Okay.
Had to feel safe. He was put away with other evil, misogynist shitlords on the internet.
Okay, but isn't the police also controlled by the same patriarchy that controls the court?
Again, you're just playing around here. I said the justice was a woman, so I trusted her in her vagina of justice. So I don't understand why you keep... You know what? I might as well just leave because you're just talking right through me. You're not seeing me as a human being. See, this is what I'm talking about. You're not a decent human being.
Maybe this is going to be one of those that we have to agree to disagree, because I guess I simply don't understand. And as you say, I have internalized misogyny.
Yeah, you do. I'm glad you see that now.
Well, I don't see it. I'm just acknowledging what you've said. Well, once again, I thank you for coming on here, and I apologize for ambushing you. It's just...
No, I get it from men all the time. It's fine. Until it's not fine. And then I sue you.
Well, us being in different countries, I think that'll be a little difficult for you to sue me. So anyways...
surprised.
I gave it to my audience now. Do you have any questions that you would like to ask Stephanie Guthrie? Because this will probably be the only time you get a chance to ask her a question.
The chat probably doesn't. They love me, and they're very respectful of my struggle in my life, because it's been hard.
I give a shout out to Graham Mickelson for the hashtag VAGJUS. VAGJUS. Be sure to spread that out.
Vagina justice. Yes, it's perfect.
Metal Gear sort of has asked. I guess he's referring to other appearances and your appearance now. Have you lost any weight?
That's a very misogynist question. No. That's no.
Okay, well, Eric Martin asks, what do you think about all the men in the world?
I think all the men in the world really need to take a look at what they're doing to women, especially online. Because this internalized misogyny being externalized as actual misogyny is a bad thing. And they need to check themselves before they send that harassing tweet. And just delete it. Be a decent human being online. You wouldn't say the same things as you would online as you would in real life.
23 Piz, 23 Mitch, interesting name. Why are you wearing them shit glasses?
That's a grammatically incorrect question that kind of goes in the death threat folder. I kind of, triggered by grammatically incorrect sentences. Kind of my thing.
Don't say that. Then people are going to start having bad grammar, and that triggers me. Okay, so Metal Gear sort of. What is your favorite snack food?
My favorite snack food would have to be, I don't know. I have to think about which snacks are vagina support the vagina. I'd say pita chips and hummus. I don't think pita chip companies are owned by the patriarchy. And hummus is totally not misogynist, right? Yeah. Okay.
Well, I believe it's ethnic, so
Yes, and I'm so intersectional, it's like not even a thing.
Eric Martin asks, do you know who Shoe on Head is?
What? A shoe on? No, no. I don't bother with, no.
Okay. So, let's see. Let's take a couple of more and then I'll let you go today. Metal Gear sort of. He's becoming a fast favorite. How does one check their privilege? And have you checked yours today?
See, this is the important question we have to talk about here. You check your privilege by realizing that you're a horrible human being from the beginning. We all can be horrible human beings from the beginning. Men are just, usually that. But you check yourself, you look at what you're writing, for example, online. If you're saying hello to a girl and you put a winky, little winky smiley face emoticon again after it, that's ridiculous. That's sexist. You don't know if she would reciprocate the winky, the wink smile, all that stuff. You don't know if she's flirtatious or not. You have to check yourself before you wreck yourself. That's all I'm here to do. That's all I was there for Gregory Allan Elliot to do. That's all I wanted him to do, and he couldn't do it, so I sued him. No big deal, right? Hello? That's how life works. I get a harassing tweet, he goes to jail.
So what you're saying is if I walk up to a girl and say, hey there, that can be triggering?
If you add a little wink and a little flirtation and she's like triggered by that, yes, she can fear for her life.
Now,
most altercations start with hello, smiley face, wink, wink. That's ridiculous. We need to stop that.
Okay, and how big is your safe space and what's in it right now?
Okay, my safe space is pretty small at the moment. It has a lot of I don't know what to call them, like sparkles all around it. And it's pink, it's very pretty. And it has a lot of Gloria Steinem quotes, excuse me. And I love it. I think it's fabulous and it's completely intersectional.
Well, I'm sure that it's not about the size of your safe space, but how you use it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Is there any more questions to ask? Now, someone says that they feel that you have triggered them today. How do you respond to that?
If I triggered you today, I'm extremely sorry. But yeah, no. I can't trigger you. Maybe I triggered you because you didn't check your privilege, and now you realize you check your privilege, and then you're like, wow. So basically, you triggered yourself. I never trigger you. How could I trigger you? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, Hagbard Celine.
Oh yeah, no, I will never take any questions from him at all. He
Really?
is in this folder. Yeah. He is in this folder multiple times. So no, I'm not about that.
Well, he identified you as a hero, so.
No, he's just a hero as in what? Like a sandwich? Like go make me a sandwich? See, this is what he's trying to do to assault me and harass me again. No, not even gonna bother.
Okay, well, I think that's a fair point, and I think I'm going to go ahead and stop the question phase today. I thank everyone for coming out into the chat today. And once again, I really thank you, Stephanie, for coming on my channel today. This has truly been an honor. And I'm glad that the world could hear your side of the story coming from an egalitarian.
Do you feel even more privileged? I hope you do.
Yes, I feel even more privileged. And after this, I'm going to update my privilege check sheet just to know how much more privilege I have today.
Good.
Is there any last words you want to have, any remarks you want to make to the world?
It's 2016. Stop sending death threats.
All right. Well, there you have it today, folks. Stephanie, she's ever so much the person we've always imagined her to be. And I think that we've got a lot accomplished here today. Congratulations to Gregory Allan Elliot for his verdict. Certainly, there are people in the world that are not very happy about that, but I'm happy for him that the court realized that they were wasting their time with this bullshit and sided with him. Anyways, that does it for me today. I am Mad Cat, signing off.